Jump in and join the club and float this Whiskey River Reservoir. We're gonna spend the weekend in the deep end of a diving bar.
That was amazing. That was amazing. Get this, everybody. Shanda was gone. I'm sitting here and the bumper's going and I'm thinking, where's Shanda? Where's Shanda? Where's Shanda? Where's Shanda? And then all of a sudden she appears. So you got this bewitched thing going on? You can just vanish.
Hey, I'm a pro. I'm a professional.
Yeah, I guess you are. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Hi, Mrs. Carter. Hey, Sarah.
Good morning, chat.
Jilly, Holly Horn. Sarah, you were first in today.
Oh, I'm so discombobulated.
Oh, I am too. I'm like all over the freaking place because I'm trying some different angles. Raza, Echo Warrior. Now, Raza, that's not Christine. At least that first one isn't. That is me. So, but Chris may be joining in the chat soon.
Oh, hey, Chris.
Good morning, everybody. Hi. And we're over. I'm not over on Rockfin. Are you over on Rockfin?
I haven't got logged. I'm on Rockfin, but I haven't got logged into our stream. Give me 2 seconds.
Okay. Anyway, it's over on
It's
Rockfin.
definitely a Friday morning.
Oh, yeah.
905. We have 905 that have followed us on the Rockfin. We are getting close to that 1,000 mark.
Yeah, like I said, end of February. I hope we hit that 1,000 mark. Yeah. I don't know, everybody, if you know or not, but over in Rockfin, they want a description over there too, and we don't put, those are called rundowns. And today it was Shanda and Oz, TGIFF, and that acronym stands for Thank God It's Fucking Friday. What a week!
What a month!
What a month! Shanda goes to me this morning. Jesus, it's like day 59 of January. It's like, yeah. It's like, oh my God. So
Januaries are rough, anyways. But this month, everybody got paid a couple of days early because of the whole holiday, and it fell on a weekend. So those of us who live month to month. It's been a very long month.
Oh, yeah, it has. And in celebration of this month, Oz is naked today.
I know. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. And you look awesome. You don't have to have all that fuzz up there to be you. You are you.
I know, but I'm such a hair guy. I just can't stand it because when I was in college, my hair was like down to my shoulders, and it was just like
hippie.
Yeah, it was hippie hair, and I had the Jesus beard coming on, and so people go by and they kneel.
You look like Lee Camp. Yeah. You look like Lee Camp when you were young.
Yeah, I'm a little bit like Lee. I gotta say, I think I was a little better looking than Lee, but it's just me. So.
I love it when people say stuff to him about looking like Jesus. He has the best responses, like, oh yeah, for an atheist, yeah,
yeah, and he and the way he says Jesus, it's just how he parses his words. It's so much fun. So
he cracks me up.
I gotta say, it's just anyway, hell of a week. Welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. I got my Razo says, "Oh, I love Oz's bald wig."
Bald wig.
You know what, Raza? I wish it was corkboard up there so it'd make it easier to just staple shit to my head. It's just like, God, man, God. Anyway, I don't know. Maybe we should let's talk about this card while I get configured on the other machine. Like I said, I'm doing some test diagnostics this morning, everybody, so I might F the whole thing up. Who is this, Shanda?
Jin Saki.
Jin Saki. No soup for you, Jin Saki. Well, Jin Saki, I think we have a case of the old press secretary and the new press secretary. Same. Wouldn't you say? Or worse?
She came up through the State Department during the Obama administration years ago. And if you watched her as the spokesperson of the State Department, my God, she knows how to sidestep a question and not actually answer or say anything pertinent for the question. I mean, I've seen the reporters in there. You can go back and watch the old videos. They're just like beating their head against a wall trying to get her to say anything.
Yeah, I mean, and she does it with a smile.
Yeah, she does it with a smile.
It's like if you could, I wish we could hear what they were thinking is, well, I'm not going to be answering that question, so take this. You know, it's just it's
right. And she got caught on a hot mic like 6 years ago where she was like, she knew she didn't answer, and she was like, that was ridiculous as she was walking out because she knew it was ridiculous. Oh, I love that, Anthony. He says a psychology.
Psychology. That's great. Jilly says Saki bomb. Saki bomb. Yeah, I makes me almost miss Nazi Barbie. I mean, what the hell?
It makes me miss Jay Carney.
Oh yeah, Jay.
He was my favorite.
I don't know. I think Snuffleupagus when he was Clinton's Snuffleupagus.
Oh, yeah. I can't handle him now.
He was. He made me vomit in my mouth.
Oh man, we're talking king and queens of the neolibs.
Oh my God, it was just like, are you kidding me? But it's always a treat with those secretaries. And I don't know if everybody knows this. They get all these questions ahead of time. It's not like they can come up with the answer, boom, 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 because they're savants. They get these questions. They get them. And if these reporters don't ask the questions that they've submitted and ask something else, what happens to those reporters, Shanda?
You mean the neoliberal media that's not going to hold her feet to the fire on frickin' anything? We know most of the Republicans have been pushed out because they're fake news, right?
Yeah, it's like, really, who was the gal that was in the front row? Longtime journalist, and they... Helen Thomas. Now, wasn't it George Bush and Dick Cheney got her thrown in the back of the room, right, when she got the White House?
I still miss her pearl clutching.
Oh, I do too. And that was a prime example of what happens when you don't ask the correct question. You are in trouble. Anyway, back to Jen Psaki, or Psaki Bomb Psychology. This is Crystal and Sagar, and kudos to Katie Halper. She pointed this out yesterday. I watched it, but let's take a look at these and just let's have a chuckle for Friday morning.
Over at the New York Times points out that Janet Yellen should, according to her ethics disclosure, not be allowed to even look at any matter concerning Citadel for a full year after the payment of that fee. But here's what the White House press secretary had to say when she was questioned on it.
You did mention, I believe, yesterday that the Treasury Secretary is monitoring the situation and she's kind of on top of it. There have been some kind of concerns about her previous engagements with Citadel and speaking fees that she has received from Citadel. Are there any plans to have her recuse herself from advising the president on GameStop and the whole Robinhood situation?
Look at that smile.
Well, just to be clear, what I said was that we have the Treasury Secretary is now confirmed. Obviously, we have a broad economic team. The SEC put out a statement yesterday that I referred to, but I don't think I have anything more for you on it other than to say, separate from the GameStop issue, the Secretary of Treasury is one of the world-renowned experts on markets, on the economy. It shouldn't be a surprise to anyone she was paid to give her perspective and advice before she came into office.
Yeah, shouldn't be surprised that
Crystal just laid a goose egg or filled her diaper or something. Oh my God, are you kidding me, man? Just let's put this aside. You know, it's no. What do you think of that, Shanda?
I think it's just garbage. I think it's the neo-lib agenda that's going to be shoved down our throat for the next 4 years.
Oh yeah, I mean, get used to it. Saddle up, everybody. Sarah says swervology. I like that.
Word salad. Yeah, words.
Yeah.
Swervology. That's awesome.
Yeah. Good morning, Al. Good morning, Al Walsky. COVID vaccine is available, those 75 plus in Vermont. Well, god dang, Vermont. Yeah, let's finish up this segment with a little bit more in-depth critique from Crystal and Sagar, or both, or whatever. This was kind of nice. I had to top it off with this. So,
about the whole GameStop issue, her response was, first of all, I'll remind you we have the first female Treasury Secretary.
That's right.
And by the way, I have no comment.
My God.
How is that relevant? Yeah. And that's exactly, and I'm so, okay, congratulations, that's great representation, yay for everybody. That's exactly what she's doing here too. That's the subtext, is like, wow, she's a powerful, expert woman, and so we can't question this money that is very strong. Hillary Clinton, Goldman Sachs speeches, 2015, 2016 vibes of like, this is what everybody does, and how dare you even come in and question it? Not, this is a mess and let's look into it and she needs to recuse herself according to the ethics agreement that she herself signed. No, it's a sneering, how dare you even ask about this situation? And by the way, this isn't just about undermining trust, although that is an important
Jimmy
piece
Dore's
of it.
live?
Yeah, what the hell,
you
Jimmy?
see these
Call him up.
kinds of shady arrangements.
We do mornings,
people
damn it.
trading on their public service. Yes, that undermines public trust in government. But it also really does impact how people ultimately operate and perform their regulatory duties. Because one thing has been made totally clear throughout this entire GameStop Robinhood situation, which is that these people who are in the club, who are all the same class, who are all buddies and friends and know each other, they are looking out for one another 100%. That's where their allegiance lies, and part of where those connections come from is paid speeches like these ones.
Oh, absolutely.
That's where their allegiance lies. That's the club. I mean, at least being corporate owned, that the Hill is, at least Crystal is taking that lane of actual speaking on left issues. So
That's true. Can you back up one slide? They want to know why James Bond was on the last slide. I got it,
what
tell
slide
a little
number is
story. It's the one right above it, the 9.
that? 9. Oh, shit.
Yeah, they want to know what James Bond is doing up in the corner. That's not James Bond. That's Oz Clooney.
Oz Clooney. It's Clooney. Yeah, shit. Oh, that looks so good.
You look amazing selling that Nespresso.
Oh, Jesus. You know what? And if I had hair and could lose about 40, 50 pounds, I'd probably fit that suit just fine. I was a bodybuilder back in my youth, and I was quite proud of it. But now, instead of bodybuilding, it's body dropping. So
Body dropping.
yeah,
There you
that's
go.
where I'm at. By the way, any of you that want to run over and see Jimmy Dore, I won't hurt our feelings because his live streams, you can't back him up or anything.
Right.
So,
You
come
can
back.
come finish and watch us later. Go watch them.
Yeah. We're not all about us, and I know there are some fans that may want to go. No hard feelings, guys. It's not that you need permission anyway. It's just a courtesy to our sisters and brothers out there in social media. What do we got here? What's next? Oh, I brought this one.
Ken.
Facebook to dial back political content on platform. Oh, fuck you, Marky.
I'm confused. Our deck's all out of order. Are you back on 5?
No, I'm on 6. I just bounced it back up because I
Oh.
bypassed it. So, yeah, this doesn't surprise us, does it? I mean, Silicon Valley's going to say what we can talk as far as political discourse goes. And this was from night before last, I believe. And I just put
Well,
it-
and then yesterday, the next card is Facebook shuts down popular stock trading groups and amid the GameStop frenzy. And yeah, I mean, on top of all of the progressive groups that we've seen purged and, far left, now they're going after anybody who they don't agree with.
Yeah, abso-frickin-lutely. I mean, it's Silicon Valley. It's the arbiters of what gets spoken in our society. Again, social media, these platforms, they need to be public utilities. That's it.
Yep,
And
that's
need to
what
be-
they are.
yeah.
They are. And
Yeah.
until then, the public square has been hijacked and we don't have a public square. It's been privatized.
Yeah, absolutely. It's nuts. What happened to our gumption? What happened to our guts in this country? Have we been kettled into social media and we can't go anywhere else? Is that what it is?
We've
And
been
now
divided, kettled, conquered.
We're getting hammered down even more. Peace dove, Medicare for all, force the vote, force the executive order. Where Libby, Montana. Peace, love, Peace Dove. I think Peace Dove's in Jackson's chat a lot. But before,
Welcome, Peace Dove.
yeah, and Cirrus Suckernerg, and Hurry Up Panquake. Yes, we are going to get in line to get over on Panquake too. And Jilly, of course, got it right. Fuckerberg.
Yes, I'm keeping a very close eye on Panquake, and I'm supporting and helping over however I can.
Yep, we got some good news towards the end of the show, but we're going to make you stick around and wait. So
Yes, I do have good news.
yeah, a couple of good news is, God, Beetlejuice.
I love this one.
Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice,
It's
Beetlejuice.
Beetleoz.
Come
It's
on,
Beetleoz.
Beetleoz. I love that. That is so good, Shandy. You're just quite the artiste anymore.
Yeah, that one synced up pretty well.
Yeah, it does. And that's how I feel, especially towards the end of the week like today, without the hair,
Friday.
of course. So
Right.
anyway, if I could stand up and get my head more into the hair, that would be, it won't work. That way.
Won't work.
Shit. Oh, well, here we go. What do we got? Fox
So this
News?
is Glenn over on Tucker. You know, goddamn, I'm bringing those far right talking points again. But
yeah.
Glenn Greenwald, he's just killing it over there, and I love that Tucker gives him a platform.
Yeah. Tucker. Oh, God. Fox News, Glenn Greenwald. What an oxymoron.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Who would have
There
thought?
are a whole bunch of different power centers in the United States, many of which we often openly discuss: the intelligence community, Silicon Valley, the U.S. government, lobbyists. Obviously, one of the most important and powerful, if not the most powerful, is Wall Street, and hedge funds in particular on Wall Street, who are at the top of that food chain. And we almost never talk about how it is that they get to be multi-billionaires without really producing anything of value, just leeching off the American economy, taking huge amounts of money in exchange for nothing. Whatever you think of Silicon Valley, they get rich at least by producing something, whatever you think of those products. These
Totally
people
agree.
produce nothing. They just take, and they just take, and they take. And so for the first time, not only are we seeing them have pain inflicted on them, not by people who are stealing from them or who are committing crimes, but people who have figured out their game and learned how to exploit it by doing what they should do, which is be studying it, but they're also getting dragged out into the sunlight. So for the first time, we're talking about people like Melvin Capital and Citadel and hedge fund short sellers, and understanding what it is that they're doing to this country. And it only happened, Tucker, because the internet, a free internet, when it's free, enables citizens to band together in large enough numbers to challenge these ruling class elites. And that's why we talk so much about the imperative nature of defending the internet from surveillance, defending it from censorship. It is a very powerful weapon in the hands of citizens against ruling class elites, and that's why they're so bent upon seizing it back, controlling it, regulating it, and censoring it.
I think you make such a wise point. If I made $1 billion, people would say, where did you make $1 billion and for what? And I would feel incumbent upon me the responsibility to explain what I did. I never hear anybody discuss what the upper echelons of finance have really done, or as you point out, contributed to become billionaires. Like, why is that not a conversation we're having all the time?
Right. And the other thing that I think is so interesting in this particular case is you see people on the left and people on the right reacting in very similar ways, namely in favor of what these Redditors did to these hedge funds. Why? Because if you're on the right, what you believe in generally, traditionally, is free market economics.
Right.
If you're on the left, what you believe in is government intervention in the economy to help the neediest. We have neither of those. What we have is a totally rigged system where the government constantly intervenes in the economy, but not to help people who are in need, but to help the richest and most powerful, who are funded and owned and controlled by those very rich people who fund their campaigns, who pay their lobbyists, who give them enormous speaking fees when they're out of power. And it's a system that no one, either on the left or the right, supports. The only people who are supported are these establishment centrists in both wings of the parties, and they see these people uniting against them, and that's why they're desperate to reimpose a wedge between us so that we can't unite anymore.
But there's a realignment coming, which is the good news. The great Glenn Greenwald, thank you.
So I know that was a long clip, but you know, Glenn doesn't get platformed enough. And so I try to give Glenn as much time as I can to get his points out. And everything he said is so relevant. You know, yesterday we saw them shut down the Robinhood trading site. They refunded the money and they wouldn't allow trades to go through, which is so fucking illegal. So illegal. I mean, that was the elites putting pressure on, oh my God, we're going to go broke if you don't shut these guys down. And a lawsuit was filed yesterday against them for that. And I think that this is just the beginning of, you know, what you've been talking about for months, Oz.
Well, hey, what can I say? And as far as Glenn Beck getting a platform, and I'm going to do it again. He's live, Glenn Beck. Glenn Greenwald is over on Jimmy right now talking. So again,
Of course he is. Of course he is.
Won't be heartbroken. You guys go over and check. You know, Glenn's always great to listen to. Just come back and hit the like button for us. That's great. And come back and watch the rest of the show if you feel up to it today. Again, a lot of you don't like Jimmy. A lot of you love Jimmy. Whatever. It's just too bad he's got to come on at goddamn at 10 o'clock Pacific time. What the hell, Jimmy? I'm gonna send.
He's in another country.
I'm gonna send a message to Steph. Say what the hell, Steph? Anyway,
we go in the morning just so we don't have to compete.
Yeah, and he's gonna run all the way through Black Bear News. Shame on him.
Right.
What do we got here?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did ordinary people destroy hedge funds' livelihood instead of the reverse for once?
Oh, my God. Yeah, that's got some of the bazillionaires complaining, too. We'll get to that shortly. I just...
yeah. We got a couple more clips.
Yeah, Pat the Burner, Yaz Queen Chronicles with Savage Joy Ramirez. Great book. Amid a crushing pandemic, Democrats promised that $2,000 survival checks would go out the door immediately if they won the Senate. Democrats are just pretending they didn't. The press is just pretending they didn't. And we're all just taking it. No, we're not taking shit. We
got the receipts.
Yeah.
We got the videos of them begging for you to vote for, vote blue in Georgia, and we'll send those checks out immediately.
Yeah, Peace Dove. I saw you over there. I see how you are, you two-timer.
Holly Horn, you're smart. She's got us on our phone and Jimmy on the tablet.
Yeah,
that's how I play.
That's what we like. So, yeah, give Glenn a good listen to, and we love you, Peace Dove and Holly Horn, and everybody in the chat. Even people that yell at us, and I might go into a diatribe about that a little bit later, too. I don't know, but you've got a great deck here. What is this?
So this is Elizabeth Warren raising her snake head for her input on this yesterday. And guess what? She wants the little guys regulated.
So is that Larry King's 20th wife or
I think that's just the cover card from this clip. This is Pockets of the Future. I really like this guy. He hovers above the duopoly, kind of like Jason Burma. So.
All right. Jimmy did it for Glenn's schedule. Yes, we will forgive him, peace. Like we the guppies are down here screaming here. Okay, here we go.
They're gaming the system to make money and playing around with stocks and people's money, and then poor or average normal folks came up with a way to game the gamers, right? To scam the scammers, and they did, and the hedge funders lost lots of money, and now these sites, Robinhood specifically here, are making it impossible for people to buy the stocks, so they are protecting the original scammers. And so that tells you all you need to know. You can see here with Robinhood. So this guy, this is on New York Post, Dave Portnoy, was unhappy with it.
Emergency press conference time. Maybe the craziest one I've ever done. And I've been ranting and raving all day. But what is going on Wall Street? The way they have absolutely cheated, stolen, robbed everyday people who have been investing with Robinhood and other E-Trade accounts and all this stuff by saying, hey, hedge funds are getting smoked. Billionaires are getting smoked. So we're no longer going to let you trade on certain stocks, GMC, AMC, NOC. We're just shutting it off. You can't buy those stocks anymore. You can only sell them. We are going to crash those stocks so all our hedge fund billionaire friends can get out and not get killed. It is one of the most remarkable, illegal, shocking robberies in the history, in plain sight.
So this is the simple and blatant rigging of the system. And we saw this with Bernie Sanders, who was the most popular of the Democratic candidates. And the Democratic establishment came on like network news, CNN and MSNBC, and literally said, we cannot let Bernie Sanders win. People who were in charge of the DNC, senators and other people, because there's no way that America would elect a liberal socialist candidate. Okay. So they rigged the system. Pete Buttigieg and Amy Klobuchar backed out. They withdrew. And Elizabeth Warren stayed in to drain the votes away from Bernie. And then COVID kicked in and all this stuff happened. And then Biden was hidden away. And so what that should tell you, I mean, just the way the media covered it, just the way Fox News bailed on Trump, that the electoral system is a sham, right? It's rigged, just like the financial system is even more so rigged. And this is what this is showing you. Because a bunch of individual people figured out a way to rig the system in their favor opposed to the hedge fund managers' favor. And these guys have.
Absolutely. I love his analysis because he's not a political person. He normally will talk about Hollywood or, that type of thing. But for him to recognize this tells me that there's more people out there recognizing what's going on. They rigged it twice against Bernie Sanders. Wall Street's rigged. The whole freaking system's rigged, and people are waking up to it. And no matter how much they try to divide and conquer us with their narratives, we're coming together.
Oh, yeah, we are. We are. And then again, I want to speak to that in a little bit. P-Stuff says, I'm here. You two are so much more fun. All I have is this old Android phone. Thank you,
I love my old Android phone.
Yeah, I do too. As a matter of fact, don't let my wife hear that.
I know, right?
She bought it for me for my birthday, the iPhone, and it's like, I miss my Android.
I know. It took me a long time to switch over. I threw a fit. I dug my feet in, but now
Don't get me
on
wrong.
iPhone.
I mean, the iPhone's the tricorder of the 22nd century here. I just like, it's great, but I still miss my old Android. Of course, I can't throw away a 20-year-old printer without shedding a tear. This is nuts. And what's that guy's name again that does this clip? That did this clip?
Paul Romano.
Paul Romano. There's only one critique I have of this. He has the little white glove for his arrow, his cursor thing.
Oh, yeah, he's got the big cursor.
I want him to change it to flipping the bird.
He probably has one like that.
Just do that because that's more in line with
He calls it something like really big cursor, and he'll do shows where it's just all about the really big cursor.
I'm thinking I want to do something fun with that.
You need a really big cursor.
Yeah, Justin Jackson, you brought this. What is
this guy? I just love him. I mean, he is so well informed, and he says the speed in which Congress will probably pass legislation to prevent something like this GameStop thing from happening again will show you the difference between immediate for Wall Street and immediate for people waiting on those $2,000 checks.
Oh, yeah. Immediate. Like, what else has been immediately lately? Impeachment? Oh, they can immediately.
They impeached in 24 fucking hours, right?
Yeah, but they can't get us a goddamn stimulus until what?
Maybe March.
April, May? June, never. Shit. And Biden came out the other day and said, I'm willing to negotiate on that $1,400 stimulus I promised you.
I'm willing to negotiate.
What negotiate? That means negotiate down, not up. So anyway, we're screwed.
What happens when Wall Street gets bailed out before we get a stimulus?
Oh yeah, I mean it's kind of productive, aren't we supposed to be a capitalist economy where people are supposed to buy shit and they're supposed to get rich that way?
Right.
I don't know what the hell's going on. I think we're done. This is a great meme. You brought this one, Shanda. You're such a busy person. You got like 50,000 shows going on, and then you bring these great memes. I think it's a little bit kind to the economy. It should be a smoldering heap of ashes, right? And the front of the pillars need to be bigger, don't you think?
Yeah, right.
So anyway, that's very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Let me see. You brought another one. This is Melvin Capital, right?
Melvin Capital and some other funds are going to look for a bailout. I think $1,200 for the first year and maybe $600 for the second should do it. So we'll just give them $2,000.
plenty, and they'd take it too, the greedy bastards. One of my favorites these days, Bad Faith. What's this one about?
This is Cornell West. This is a great conversation. They're talking about Obama and how we have to admit Obama's hand in what happened with our election this year.
Now, is that did Rembrandt paint you? Who painted that?
Yeah, that's my Rembrandt.
That's your Rembrandt, huh? Looks good. You look a lot younger than you are, I think.
I know. I love that.
Yeah, that's great. Okay.
No one's even really willing to talk about the role that Obama played in both rigging that boycott so it was ineffective and rigging the election against Bernie Sanders.
Against Bernie himself.
Sorry.
That's exactly right. Calling up Pete, calling up Amy, calling up all the other neoliberals to drop out because they had a anybody but Bernie position when it came to the Democratic Party. And that was very clear. And that's why this is what we started. See, and people have to understand it's not a matter of trashing Brother Barack Obama. It's just recognizing that he appears at a particular moment as a brilliant, poised politician who serves his neoliberal function in such a way that he facilitates Wall Street reconstruction with not one Wall Street executive going to jail. He reinforces the militarism and surveillance and national security state. He assassinates American citizens with no due process.
Right.
And the neoliberal media doesn't say a mumbling word.
Right.
Even the libertarians don't say a mumbling word. You can't go around assassinating folk you have political disagreements with
Sure
just
you
because
can.
you're president. They tried to do that with the Black Panther Party.
Right.
That's why Salah Shakur got $1 million bounty on her head, put there by the Obama administration, put there by Eric Holder, the Black Attorney General, and so forth. Those are truths. And you say, look, if you're interested in truth and justice, then you're going to have to be more critical of not just Obama, but what he stands for.
What he stands for, exactly. I love Cornell dropping truth. It's Brother Cornell.
I know, and Brother Cornell, he's the one that got me calling even those I oppose brother.
Brother.
You know, like, I don't think I'm going to say Brother Chink or Brother Sam, though. I have other metaphorical names for them. So, but most everybody else, I'll say brother or sister.
Right.
Can't do it for the absolute
So can I tell you a little story about the first time I saw Obama's power behind the scene? It was in 2017. It was January of 2017, maybe the beginning of February. We sent all of our state committee chairs for the Democratic Party to, I want to say, Atlanta, to vote on a chair of the DNC, right? This is coming off the backs of Debbie Wasserman Schultz and the whole 2016 rigging. We knew that we were supporting Keith Ellis. We had even though Keith Ellis is problematic, he's better than Tom Perez, right? So we get all of these chairs. We work so hard to make sure that we have enough representation there to vote him out, get Ellis in there. And at the last minute, the delegates on the floor's phones were ringing, and it was Obama calling the state chairs for the DNC and saying, you better vote Tom Perez. I mean, what are you going to do when the former president, Barack Obama, is on the phone telling you to cast your vote right now for this person?
What am I going to do? I'm going to tell him to fuck off.
Right. But most of
Yeah.
our people didn't.
Yeah.
And Tina Podolinsky was one of them. She got in line and voted
yeah.
for Perez like she's supposed to. And she
Yeah.
says, well, it's because Obama called me.
Oh, well, at least she was honest for once.
Right. So we've seen what Obama can do for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, the powers of the president don't stop with their administration. I mean, really, come on, guys.
Tell Trump that, because his have.
Yeah, I know. It's like, everybody's like, get off.
Trump who?
Get off. They're kicking him off the merry-go-round, man.
Right.
Oh, shit. We got more meme time. What is this?
I love this. This is me, you, and Amber driving to the Biden rally where 47 people showed up. And this was exactly a year ago. So this was a year ago yesterday. He couldn't get he can get 50 people to show up to a rally, and a year later, he is the president.
And this was pre-COVID, right?
This was pre-COVID. So that
12720, 47 people.
Yep.
That's questionable. And he's the new PTOSD? PTOSD.
PTOSD.
Shit. Oh, I love that meme. And you let me drive. Damn it. Thank you so much.
Just driving.
Amber, that's perfect. That's Amber. That's with the little headscarf there. And then you've got the Matrix look going on there.
I do got the Matrix. We're all dancing. This was actually a video meme that I took a shot of.
I love that. That's great. I love it. You're so much fun. You make me laugh.
Thanks.
You make
I
me
make
laugh.
you laugh.
You make me laugh. Oh, and then we've got this lady is one of my favorites. Both of them are, actually.
This is an amazing interview, but I only brought like a first couple of minutes of it. And so basically Brianna is asking Shama, how do we get the left to put pressure on the establishment? And Shama just lays it out.
Yeah, and in no uncertain terms. And this is where Shanda picked my brain before I thought it again. Thank you.
No, I think that is extremely important. You raised, Brianna, and also I really agree with the last thing that you said, which is that so many are oppressed under capitalism. That is the power of the left. Bringing that collective voice together, and that's what we have shown. And that's what I mean when I say that we have shown a fundamentally different approach of politics, which is that and this goes to the force the vote question, which I want to come into in a second, but that we reject this idea that the quote unquote political capital that people talk about can be measured or should be measured on the basis of what this one elected person can do with their office. We reject this idea. We believe that the best and only way that a left elected representative like myself, for example, can hope to successfully push back against the absolute onslaught of opposition from the Democratic establishment and big business. And believe me, it is a David versus Goliath situation. And you cannot hope to change that completely ruthless status quo of balance of forces unless you have something on your side. And who are you going to have on your side? It's going to be working people. So unless elected leaders understand that their primary and indeed best task, best contribution to social movements has to be to use their office to build those larger movements, we are not going to succeed. I mean, I said in a recent article that I wrote about Force the Vote is that as long as our leaders on the left believe that it is about parliamentary arithmetic and insider tactics, it is going to be a death knell for the movement.
Amen. It's going to be a death march for the movement when we think that we have to wait for leverage within the Democratic Party and have parliamentary counts. So have the vote already before we even approach the floor as the strategy that the Democrats always push. But I love Kshama. She's been pushing this strategy for a long time and it's working for her. She doesn't just use her office for her and for her city council things. She uses her office to organize the working
exactly.
people. And that's where her power comes from. And that's how she's managed to keep Bezos at bay as long as she has. But I'm really worried about her right now. So if you can go over and support Kshama's solidarity campaign, please do, because they are hell-bent on getting rid of her.
Yeah, this is the example that I will always use is you have a local election, lower local city council in a big jurisdiction. Yep. She's doing it right. If she changed how she did things, she wouldn't stand a chance. You cannot play the game and get anywhere. You have to unite with the people. You have to talk to the other side. You have to be willing to listen. And personally, I have been offering my opinion, which is to the Democratic Party, is you better have these candidates, these representatives come in listening sessions instead of stumping sessions. They will not listen. And there's only been a couple of times when we actually had listening sessions where they did come in and they could not speak to anything other than responding to questions directly.
Then they do the sake dance.
Yeah. So listening, if you're unfortunate enough to have the stomach to work with the Democratic Party, tell those guys, you better start having listening sessions to these people and let the people speak, because if you're not, you're just going to keep losing. And you think you're going to win, but you lose, actually. So, yeah, that was a great segment. The
Dems fill their town halls with, boomer neolibs
Plants.
that are the only ones that are allowed to talk. And if you're a progressive and pushing progressive ideology in these town halls, you get shut down, you get the mic cut. I've had the mic ripped out of my hand by a county chair before because I was inviting people to come to a progressive meeting, and it's disgusting. It's appalling to see it happening. They use sexism and racism and whatever they can misogyny to crush us, and they've been very effective in my area at quelling us.
Yeah, you should bring your pit bull Oz with you next time.
Pit bull. I got lots of pit bulls.
I bet you do. And that's not a disparaging thing when they're there to actually protect you from these animals that do this kind of stuff.
That's right.
Let me see. Where am I at? We're on 20. 20. This
is this Democracy at Work?
Yes. Democracy at Work.
Oh, I write these shows so early in the morning, I forget what this is. But I'm sure it's good if it's Giuliano.
It's got to be if you wrote it.
Yeah.
One of my many other incarnations, I covered strikes and in the street activism. And I also was a part of the Occupy Wall Street movement. And you could really feel when you walked into the area, when you walk into an area where people are striking, you can feel the beautiful solidarity between human beings. And that is why I think these violent forces on the right of corporatism, wherever they're coming from, seek to really crush that, because that is the emergence of the human spirit. And, you know, a capitalist system can't have you recognizing that the richness of life comes from the brotherhood of men, and of, you know, they say your fellow man, but your fellow woman and your fellow man. Your fellow person. Thank you. Yes,
simple.
Exactly.
Person.
So I really think that one of the reasons they work so hard to crush this is not because they even want to save that $1 an hour, but because they want to disempower people and make sure there's no real space other than what you're allowed to have in your space, your family. That's it. Of unity.
That's right. And I think one of the reasons that all the corporations that are big, at least publicly, condemned the actions of January 6th at the Capitol is they don't want people out of control. It's fine if Trump continues and gives them the tax cut that is a windfall forever, depriving everyone else, and doesn't do a thing about their offshore accounts.
Yeah, great.
Well, the whole point of that, the reason I brought that is it's true. You know, I have never felt camaraderie like I feel out on the front lines of the progressive movement, of our movement. It doesn't matter if we're in the streets of Philadelphia or Chicago or at the border. The sense that we can come together and banded together, that we can overcome this David and Goliath fight is there. It's palpable. You can touch it. And that's what scares them the frickin' most. You know, hope is a dangerous thing, right? And you get hope when you're in a group like that. So I just keep coming together. You know, I know that they're trying to, some say it's intentional that the progressive movement is being torn down the middle. And, you know, we can see it with all of the different shows going after each other and, oh, you can't say that. You can't say that. You can't interview this person. We just have to stay together and stay true to the fight. And that's all I'm going to do.
Yeah, it's a real simple thing, though. If the shows are talking about reaching across the aisle, talking to people and having a conversation, where the other shows are calling you fascist and tools and everything else, I would say the show that wants to have the dialogue, those shows, they're probably the ones that are on the right side of the issue. The other ones that just, you know, they don't walk their talk. You know, they'll say something that's absolutely contrary to what that word that has been abused, progressivism, is. And
how can unity be wrong when somebody tells me, "Oh, you can't do that. They're fascist." I'm like, how can unity be wrong? In my mind, that doesn't make any sense. What you're saying at all?
Yeah. There's not that many lines that I have in my life. You know, we've got a few, but as far as having a dialogue with others' opinions, how do we move forward if we don't? I mean, it's just like back and forth, and it's bullshit. So. Grow up, wake up, whatever it takes. I don't want to admonish anybody for anything, but Jesus Christ, give me a break, you know. And there again, what do we got? Is this a new segment for the week?
Well, yeah, this is Warhawk of the week. So this week's Warhawk is it was Tony Blinken.
Tony Blinken. Stinking Blinken. Yeah.
Wednesday, and Richie Medhurst, he cracks me up with this little segment. I'll let you guys play along.
Yeah, I wish I had Richie's energy.
Right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, here's a pop quiz.
Pop
quiz.
Ready
for a pop quiz?
Yes.
I'm going to read you a statement, or two statements rather, and I want you to guess who said this, which Secretary of State has said this. The United States' commitment to Israel's security is sacrosanct. Who said that?
Chuck Schumer.
Which Secretary of State said that?
I guess Pompeo.
Here's another one. Seeking to increase pressure on the regime led by a brutal dictator, Maduro. I'm gonna read the comments. I want to see what you guys answer because I'm genuinely curious. Hold on. Let me see. Okay, I got your comments up. So, one of you said Goebbels. That's a good one.
Goebbels.
You guys are saying Pompeo. Hillary Clinton, Blinken, Rick James.
Albright, yeah.
Andre is saying the first one is Pompeo, the second one is Blinken.
Yeah, I agree.
You want the answer?
Yeah.
Both of them are Blinken.
Both Blinken.
Joe Biden's new Secretary of State.
Yeah. And how long has he been the Secretary of
You thought that
State?
shit was Pompeo. No, it's Blinken.
4 days.
Meet the new boss, same as the old boss.
Same as the old
shit.
boss.
This is what I love about American politicians. If you take their statements, not out of context, but you just put them on paper, right? So you just show it without attributing the quote. You just say, who is this? You can't tell. You have no clue. This shows you. It's one party. It's one party.
One party. One party.
If you ain't in it.
You ain't in it. You ain't in it. Ah, Richie, you're so funny. You crack me up. I love it when he speaks with that English accent of his. Oh,
I love
very
when
well.
he goes, Unity.
Oh, yeah. And this is, we try at Roar Media, all of our shows actually, in one way or another, especially Shanda and I, we try and entertain a little bit and educate a little bit where we can, and that's how we do our thing, civics. Some others have different views of civics, but civics, if you can entertain and keep people interested, I think you got half the battle won, don't you?
Right.
So
right.
Anyway, yeah, Richie. Let me see. Oh, we got the crying billionaire. Please
I'd like
eat.
to see a billionaire cry in the morning, Oz.
Yeah, I know. Please eat the rich. Please, I can't take it anymore. Unity. Oh, shit.
New York billionaire hedge funder Leon Cooperman was very much in his feelings yesterday about the whole GameStop situation. And oh my God, these poors actually benefiting in the market. We can't possibly have that. He got asked a question about whether he should be taxed more and pay his fair share, and he did not appreciate that line of inquiry. Let's take a listen.
The reason the market is doing what it's doing is people are sitting at home getting the checks from the government.
Government check,
and
welfare.
This fair share is a bullshit concept.
Bullshit concept.
It's just a way of attacking wealthy people, and I think it's inappropriate. We all got to work together and pull together.
Wealthy people are under attack, Sagar. It's so horrible.
He's the keeps on giving. He's the one who attacked. I think he was like crying.
Elizabeth, I actually have the quote here.
Okay.
So you recall, when I saw this, I was like, this guy rings a bell.
Right.
I think he's got a little bit of a track record, but my brain doesn't work that good, so I had to look it up. He's the one who cried during the Democratic primary about Elizabeth Warren wanting to have a wealth tax. First of all, don't worry, Elizabeth Warren's no threat to you. But he said at that time, I don't need Elizabeth Warren telling me that I'm a deadbeat and that billionaires are deadbeats. The vilification of billionaires makes
They
no
are
sense to
deadbeats.
me.
Oh.
The world is a substantially better place because of Bill Gates, Michael Bloomberg, etc.
Oh, yeah.
etc.
That's substantially better for who?
Yeah, for who?
For who? It's for,
Not for us.
For us, yeah. That was a great segment.
That's just disgusting.
yeah.
You should have the pukey face on that one.
Oh, hell yeah, I should have. I thought Eat the Rich, though. I should have that little shop of horrors. Feed me.
Feed me.
That guy's face
Feed
coming
me.
out.
I think it's hilarious. It's a sign of the time when the rich are crying and boohooing in their freaking martinis. We got them.
Oh, yeah. It's always great to see a bazillionaire look like a fool.
Us sitting on our government checks.
Yeah.
We're all on welfare.
Yeah, that damn welfare people. I got news for that clown,
He gets more corporate welfare than we ever will get.
Exactly. Get out of my mind. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, it's that was leading into the hypocrite of the week.
I think you're gonna like my choice for the hypocrite of the week today.
I have a feeling I'm gonna like your choice because I've seen this dude being a hypocrite every single day this week. Yeah. So anybody who are fans of this person, this brother, sorry about your problem. There we go.
Sink Uger. He gets the hypocrite of the week with his. What was amazing about the GameStop situation today was how all of the reporters on the at CNBC were the first line of defense for the wealthy and the powerful. Journalists are supposed to challenge power, not defend it. The national media in this country is broken. Oh.
Is he talking about TYT?
Right?
Yeah.
How does he think TYT is not included in this neolib bullshit?
Yeah, I mean, talk about deflecting. Sink. Hypocrite. We call him Sink here. We call him Sink, whatever. 220, 221. Yeah, that's, God, let me look at that again. Journalists are supposed to challenge power, not defend it. The national media in this country is broken. He might want to have a little chat with Anna the next time she wants to give Madeleine Albright a tongue bath. I mean, God damn. Yeah, that's great. And again, I think deservedly so. We're going to have to get some kind of award with some phallic symbol or something with their face on it.
Yeah, that's good. Definitely a phallic symbol.
Yeah. Anyway, more memes.
Oh, yeah, that's just a.
That's just a meme. Okay. And by the way, best Coca-Cola name ever, Free Assange.
Free Assange.
Yeah, I know. Coke's not good for you. Wipey Award goes to who this week?
It goes to Justin McDaniels. He says, rich people. Why don't the poor just invest their money? Poor people, okay. Rich people, wait, stop that. Stop.
Stop. Quit doing that. That hurts. You cost me. Jesus. Excellent Wipey Award. Thank you, Justin McDaniel. We're moving on. Oh.
Yeah, so I'm starting a new thing for the Washington State peeps who watch. You know, we are Washington State Central, and I kind of wanted to do a couple of local Washington State stories, so I'm going to start putting them at the end of the deck just to kind of...
Local news. Yeah.
Local news. Yeah, local news. So this is from my small town, Sequim, Washington. We have made national news with our mayor here because he's a QAnon supporter, and CNN got a hold of it this week.
He's not related to Marjorie Greene, is he?
No, but they have the same ideology.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's see what kind of ideology is on tap here.
Located at the tip of the Olympic Peninsula, Sequim is a place where people come to relax and retire. But they do not
there I
leave
am.
Their political beliefs behind.
That guy's there every
We want
day.
to stand up and say, this is not who we are. This is not our mayor.
It's not an N95
and he should
mask.
step down.
Sheena Younger is among those now demanding Sequim Mayor William Armacost resign after his comments on a KSQM radio show promoting the QAnon conspiracy theory.
QAnon is a truth movement that encourages you to think for yourself. Those who are corrupt will do everything they can to...
So he says that QAnon is a truth movement that promotes you to think on your own. Is that what he said?
Yeah, think for yourself. I've
yeah.
never known any outfit that has to go through and format such an elaborate way of encouraging people to think for themselves. I just say, hey, think for yourself. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
our poor little city council here in Sequim is in some deep trouble. Most of the Democrats have resigned or quit. Right now, there's like 3 Republicans. So we're going to have to shake up our whole entire town soon.
Shake and bake, baby.
Shake and bake.
What is this?
This is Bellingham. I brought this for you. Your home stomping
thank
grounds.
you, my old
But I think
stomping
you're going to
ground.
have to click it twice because YouTube's doing its BS about you can't watch this here. You have to watch it.
Oh
on
my
YouTube.
God! You mean I'm going to expand the screen? I wanna say that's really nice. That's got us as sphinxes there. Is that
I know, I love it.
Amber, Shanda, and Oz on the bottom? So, yeah, I got
Walk like in Egypt.
I got a wig idea for a Beauty and the Boomer now. Thank you, Shanda. All right, got to click it again, huh?
Click it again.
Watch
So
it on YouTube, and I'll have to size it in.
Confrontations come to a head in Bellingham as authorities try to clear a homeless camp surrounding City Hall.
Tensions have been building there for weeks as protesters have stood their ground. King 5's Eric Wilkinson is live for us in Bellingham tonight with our story. Eric.
Yeah, we were briefed here just within the last hour or so by Bellingham's police chief and mayor. They say they moved in a day early on this homeless camp because they had received credible information that violent agitators from outside this area, Seattle, Portland, and beyond even, were planning to come here tomorrow to cause trouble. As heavy equipment moved in to clear the camp that had engulfed City Hall and its surroundings, one man dives under a moving dump truck, apparently to retrieve his table. Demonstrators taunted police, forming a human wall fortified with wooden pallets as police tried to clear the way for city workers to remove the camp. Bellingham police were backed up by sheriff's deputies and even Border Patrol agents who set
Of
up outside
course.
the sheriff's office with an armored vehicle at the ready. The camp has been growing for nearly 3 months as the homeless and their advocates have called on the city to provide more housing. There have been mounting concerns about safety at City Hall, with workers being harassed and even a hatchet attack last week. Hans Erkinger Peter Davis runs Bellingham's Base Camp homeless shelter. He says protesters are doing more harm to the homeless than good.
You know, it seems to me like a political move on their part to, voice the frustrations they have at some of the challenges our society has, but it does not help people in homelessness to be associated with violence like that. My hope is that those folks that are homeless on the...
Yeah, that's and I have to say, yeah, Bellingham is a mixed bag. It's a lot of blue and a lot of red, and they clash on a regular basis. You know,
well, I don't believe that there is all these outside protesters showing up there to do anything. I really don't. I see this as they wanted to surprise attack these homeless people. They were scheduled to close it down the day after what they actually did. So they blindsided these people because there might be protesters showing up. But if you look at the size of that homeless camp that was around their city hall, it's shocking. That's how many people. I mean, Bellingham's cold at this time of year. We're talking right next to the Canadian border.
Yeah, it's snow season up there, January, February. So
they didn't tell you where they went, where they told them they can go, where they moved them to.
No, it's disposable. They just kick them to the curb, and wherever they migrate to is where they're going to be. It might be the rest stop down the road on the freeway or someplace, but. We have become a disposable entity in our society if we don't have the means to get by, and it's getting tougher and tougher all the time. That's a sad situation. And I moved out of Bellingham in 2015, and I never saw any homeless up there on the regular. Once in a while, you'd see some folks.
I know there was never homeless here in Sequim because we're kind of a sister city to Bellingham, and yeah, there's homeless everywhere now.
Yeah, and those people that are homeless, they're just bad people, right?
Yeah, they're just bad people.
They're just bad people.
Themselves up by their bootstraps. Hey, Al Walski, thanks for the $5 tip over on the Rockfin. And Miss Amber King, you are never alone.
You're never alone, Amber.
Never alone with us.
Never. It's just that Oz needs to grow 3 more arms and 2 more heads, and he can be everywhere at once.
Ooh, Amber wants to do a cookbook. I'm down.
Yeah, cookbook. Cook. Eat the rich. Mediterranean style. We have a fee says.
Feta.
We have a fee
feta on that.
Yeah,
fee says. So I've got some incredible news for tonight. We're going to see an appearance from Miss Fiorella Isabella on The Accidental Activist. So I hope you will tune in and join us to hear Fee's activist story. But Fee says, I just wanted to say thank you to all the people who see what's happening and support independent media. Continue sticking by us. It's not easy to be truthful. Truth by and for the people is what matters, no matter now more than ever. If journalism is good, it's controversial by nature.
Da-dum.
J.A. Who is that? Who's that quoting?
I don't know, but that's the one I picked up on the other night, and it's, again, wonderful having you because I just automatically think it, and you put it on the deck. So,
well,
yeah, that's
keep speaking truth, Fee, and we'll keep backing you.
And this is the thing, and I want to go into it just a little bit here. In our group, even in ROAR and our associations with other groups, we have people that disagree sometimes and sometimes really passionately. And we understand that. And we're going to put a disclaimer in ROAR that says, hey, these are opinions by the independent. Everybody has their own autonomy. But please, being that we align on so many other issues, keep it real. Don't make it personal. That's all I'm saying,
Well, with the amount of people that we're trying to bring into ROAR, I think that this is going to be unavoidable for us. I think as long as our shows retain their autonomy and they don't go after each other, and then that's the big thing. We got to stop going after each other, especially in our little circle here. All we're doing is just, leveling the playing field. And so, I will always support Combo Couch, people like that. But just because somebody comes out, I mean, we saw it yesterday. We saw a couple of controversial shows from our little side hit yesterday. And I just leave it alone. There's no point. And There's just no point. It just serves us more.
Scroll through it. Don't make it personal because, again, the core issues are what counts. And we have to keep that dialogue. We have to practice what we preach. And when we don't, call us out and say, I'll say I'm sorry. Because I don't mean to be that way, but I'm only human. I think I'm human.
I'm only human.
Only human. So, yes, tonight, Accidental Activist.
Yes.
Fiorella Isabella and Shanda El Masta. That's going to be 7 p.m. Pacific time. Looking forward to that.
We got a crazy weekend. We've got a lot of shows lined up. Tomorrow morning, we have the healthcare workshop with Amber King and myself. That'll be, I think, at 9 a.m. So tune in early. And we're going to have breakout sessions to where you guys can join us on the Zoom tomorrow to tell our healthcare stories and learn how to tell our healthcare stories. Sorry, Amber, I should have done better than that for you.
I think that was fine. I mean, that was great because
And then tomorrow night we have Beauty and the Boomer, and I got a lot of great stuff. We're going to talk about Tulsi and where we think Tulsi's going.
Yeah, that'll be fun. It's again Beauty and the Boomer, entertainment, informative, trying to have fun, trying to relax. And my God, this month, much less this week, has been a shit show. I am like, God, I need a transfusion, and I don't think the Hulk is around, so I can't get anything.
I'm gonna go find Hulk and put your face on it. So hey, what's going on Monday? We got a big show Monday night.
We have a very big show on Monday night. What's that going to be about? Tell us about it, Shanda.
I don't know. I guess whatever happens this weekend.
Yeah, we're going to be doing we have the Monday Evening Dive edition. That's the one you're talking about, right?
Yep.
We have special guest, Kit Capello from Hardlands Media. Kit Cabello, not Capello. Hardlands Media is joining us Monday night, and we have a special guest a surprise guest joining Kit. It's going to be more of a surprise for Kit than it is for us. But anyway, we're looking forward to that. And what we're trying to do on the Monday Evening Dives is book people that are in other, social media platforms and shows and things. So we're looking forward to that. So that's something to look forward to. Plus on Tuesdays, we have our panel with you guys. You want to come on board. Women's Wednesday has been working out quite well. And let me see. Then we're back to Friday again. So that's the whole week. We got a lot of stuff going on.
Peace Dove says, Shanda, run for office. Yeah. That was originally when I got into the movement years ago. That's kind of the direction I got pushed in by, local people who supported me. And the establishment has done everything in their power short of coming to my house and slashing my tires to stop me from running in local government or state government. And so I think I'm more powerful here, dropping my opinions than getting into that cesspool.
Yeah, and when we can actually get into the streets, seriously, when it's not so cold and pandemic-y and stuff.
COVID,
yeah. We're going to be doing that too, and that's another reason why we're putting together Roar in such a ferocious way, because we want to cover all aspects. That being said, Roar had its first article posted on Rockfin last night by Ali Alexandra. And it is a great article. It's talking about the GameStop thing, of course, but she's brand new to the Roar Media Board. She is a board member. Thank you so much, Ali Alexandra. Catch her on Twitter. Very smart young lady, and just brings more power, more voice to women in social media. We really do appreciate it. So check it out, Ali Alexandra article on Roar Media.
It's on Rockfin, right? So you go to Rockfin, and then you go to the tab that says articles, and you click it, and then you'll see the article. You can read it there.
Yeah, I'm learning more about Rockfin all the time, and we'll probably be posting that article today over on the Natural Progressive Roar Media. I believe there's a community post there too, but we want to share that out as much as possible. Very,
Keith.
very, very, very sharp young lady. What Keith say? What's Keith doing?
Keith says, I want to run for dog catcher. So let's get some shout outs to our chat. You guys have been amazing today. Thank you, Jilly. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. It is what it is. You just got to walk away. Sirius 1976. Thanks for joining. Holly Horn. Anthony, Peace Dove. Love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Who do we got over at the Natural Progressive?
We got Choosy Heretics, Choose, Carnation Revolution. Now, And Keith Hayes,
Keith Barbara.
and Kim. Kim was over there earlier.
Hey, Mana Talks. I caught your show yesterday. Very good.
Very good, Mana Talk. Always a pleasure. Barbara, Choctaw Warrior. And we've got, I like this name. I haven't said this name before. Anti-Nationalist Cougar. I love that. It's a nice, I think that's a good avatar. You and your cougar slaying outfit there. I don't know. That's a good one. I love it. We have mostly lionesses here. I'm just the old lion. I'm the what's the Scar or whatever the hell his name was.
Scar, yeah.
Yeah, Scar.
I like Jeremy Irons' voice.
Yeah, I do too. I think that's claim to fame there. Right. So Book Hermit's over there, and we got several. If we missed you, we apologize. I should have the Patreon and partnership page up for all of our credits at Roar very soon, almost done. Jeremy V's over there, Malted in Montreal, all of that.
Yeah.
Great
So
name.
you guys can always find our Patreon links at the on the rundown at the bottom of your screen, and we don't really fundraise. We don't ask for money for the channel. We try not to do too much monetization, but we do get individual social support. So if you want to go to our Patreons,
Yeah, kick it up. But a like is just wonderful too. We love the
Exactly. Hit
likes.
that thumbs up.
Yeah,
We
hit
really
the
love
thumbs
those
up,
thumbs up.
just so we can elevate all the Roar Media programming. And if the Patreon doesn't work, what is your Patreon? It's
the Accidental Activist on Patreon.
Accidental Activist. I don't know what the hell mine is.
It's Aren't you Roar Media?
I think I'm Roar Media over there. I think that's
you're
me.
Roar
Yeah,
Media.
I think it's
You're Roar
me.
Media.
We're going, rawr, we got the line pack. Anyway, what are we going out with today before I
I
start?
picked a Friday song for us. This is a UK cover of Welcome to the Jungle, and I dedicate this to all the hedge funders out there. Welcome to the jungle, baby.
Welcome to the jungle. See you tonight, everybody. Accidental Activist
Accidental
with
Activist.
Fiorella Isabella, the Convo Couch at 7 p.m. Pacific. Thank you so much, Shanda. Wonderful show.
Have a great Friday.
Bye.